This is the first in a series of teachings about critical thinking based on readings from Nigel Warburton's Thinking from A to Z. Truth by authority. Taking statements to be true simply because an alleged authority on the matter has said that they are true. There are very good reasons for deferring to experts on a wide range of matters. Life is too short and intellectual ability too varied for everyone to be an expert on everything. There is a division of intellectual labour which makes it sensible to seek the views of experts when we move into a realm in which we have little reason to feel confident about our own knowledge and opinions. For instance, if I break a bone in my leg, although I have some vague notions of the best way to treat it, I would surely do better to seek expert medical advice from a doctor who has experience of the different kinds of fractures and has had the benefit of years of study of medicine than to rely on my uninformed hunches about the nature of my ailment. The doctor would be able to determine whether I have in fact broken my leg or just bruised it badly, whether it is most likely to set correctly if I put it into plaster, or whether it should simply be rested, and so on. However, it isn't simply because the doctor claims to be an authority on fractures that what he or she says about my case is likely to be true. It is because the doctor reaches a conclusion on the basis of sound reasoning and medical knowledge, reasoning and knowledge which other doctors would be in a position to assess and possibly contest. Because I don't have the relevant medical knowledge, I have to rely on the authority of the doctor's diagnosis, just as when I need legal advice I rely on a lawyer's assessment of the situation because I don't have a detailed enough knowledge of the law to be confident in my own judgments on the matter. In such cases, we seek out experts who have had the relevant training and whose performance is monitored by a professional body. That is why we feel confident to rely on their judgment. However, even in these cases, a level of skepticism may be appropriate. Doctors and lawyers do not always agree, and where you suspect that the expert's opinion may be based on false premises, faulty reasoning or vested interests, it is as well to seek a second opinion. In some other cases, deference to experts may be entirely inappropriate and could even be a form of kowtowing, which incidentally is negative in English. One particularly dangerous psychological tendency that many people have is to put confidence in the views of authorities even when they are speaking on topics outside their area of specialization. For instance, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist might be taken seriously by some when he or she speaks on the decline of morality. Deference to experts is also inappropriate when seeking the truth on controversial issues where there is no consensus among the experts. For instance, on many such questions in politics and philosophy, it would be ridiculous to cite the authority of a famous political theorist or philosopher who has held the view you want to endorse if your aim is to provide evidence for the truth of that view. In controversies, there will be numerous authorities which could be cited to disprove any particular side. The principal difficulty for someone faced with an expert's opinion is to decide how much weight to give it. The main points to bear in mind are that even if you establish that someone really is an expert in the field, he or she is still fallible. Experts often disagree with each other, particularly in areas where the evidence is inconclusive, and that, as mentioned above, experts are usually only experts in a relatively narrow area, and so their pronouncements on areas outside their expertise should not be taken as seriously as those they make in their areas of expertise. So, to sum up then, Obviously, we need to seek out expert advice and find out what the experts in a field think, but we also have to look critically at their ideas and especially look at the evidence. What evidence is there to support their ideas? We can't just assume it's true just because somebody in authority said it's true. Look for the evidence and think about it critically.